Hi there, thanks for stopping by this video. This morning I had just finished wiping down the kitchen counter when I spotted a spoon hiding under the dining chair. And honestly, I didn't know whether to laugh or sigh. That little spoon. It's too familiar, that feeling of thinking you're done only to realize there's always one more thing. Cleaning isn't always the hard part. It's the sense that you never quite get there. Like every time you try to rest, there's a pile here, a mess there, and your brain starts spinning with 1,000 unfinished thoughts. I lived in that loop for a long time, and not because I wasn't trying, I just didn't have a way to keep things feeling manageable. So today, I want to share 12 small morning habits that helped me keep the house more together without spending the whole day cleaning. They're not fancy, but when done consistently, they really shift how the day feels. If you've been craving a little less mess and a little more ease, maybe one of these will be just right for you to try tomorrow morning. Let's start with something that sounds too small to matter, but it does. There were mornings I'd finish the dishes, dry my hands, and then just stand there, looking at the mess I hadn't touched yet. Crumbs on the counter, oil splatters from breakfast, that quiet voice saying you should do more. So I began ending the dishwashing with one simple move: wipe the counter right away. Not 10 minutes later. Not when I have more time. Right then, before walking out of the kitchen. I keep a spray bottle with diluted lemon water and a cloth under the sink. It takes less than a minute. But it tells my brain, you've done enough here, let's move on. Some days that's the only surface that's clean. And somehow it's enough to keep me from feeling like I'm falling behind. By the way, tomorrow I'll be sharing a few habits that make laundry less overwhelming. It's the part of home life I used to dread the most, so stay tuned for that. Next, let me show you how I clean the entryway using something you were probably going to throw away. The front door is like a snapshot of your whole home. If it looks chaotic, the rest of the house somehow feels worse. But if it's even a little bit clean, it sets a calmer tone. I used to ignore it. I'd tell myself I'd mop it on Saturday and then forget. By midweek, there'd be dried leaves dust and tiny footprints trailing inside. Now, I keep a clean old sock near the door. Every couple of days, I slip it on my hand and give the floor a quick wipe around the mat behind the door, wherever dirt collects. It usually takes less than a minute often while I'm waiting for the kettle or the kids. It's not about making it perfect. It's about stopping the mess from taking over. And honestly, when the entry feels clear, my head does too. Let's move to the bedroom and a quiet habit that's made mornings feel less rushed and more grounded. It's easy to overlook, but your pillow carries more than just your sleep. Sweat, dust, stray hairs, and yesterday's mascara, they all settle in without paying rent. I used to wait until laundry day to change them. But in a house with kids and a husband who turns into a human furnace at night, 1 week was way too long. By day 4, the pillows started to smell. Lived in. And not in a cozy way. Now I keep extra pillowcases in the nightstand. Every 2 or 3 days, especially for the kids, I swap them out. Just that one thing. I don't change all the sheets. I don't wrestle with the fitted sheet like it's a jiu-jitsu match. Just the pillowcase. And you know what? It works. The bed looks fresher instantly. And at night, when I finally lie down, it feels like someone took care of me, even if that someone was me 3 mornings ago running on caffeine and a prayer. Next, let's talk about surfaces, and why wiping the ones you see first can trick your brain into thinking the whole house is under control. You don't have to clean the whole house. Just clean what you see first. I used to walk around the kitchen like I was scanning for evidence, spotting every crumb, every splash, every fingerprint on the fridge. And somehow I felt like I had to fix it all before I was allowed to sit. But here's the shift: I started focusing on just the surfaces my eyes hit first. The kitchen counter, the table, the hallway mirror I pass a dozen times a day. I keep a cloth in a drawer, nothing fancy. In the morning, I wipe the table and clear whatever random toy or receipt landed there overnight. That's it. The mess might still be hiding elsewhere under the couch in that one laundry basket I pretend not to see, but my brain feels calmer, because the parts I look at most aren't yelling at me. It's like tricking your own overwhelm with a little visual piece. Next, I want to show you a habit that takes under 60 seconds, doesn't involve any cleaning spray, and somehow makes the whole room feel more cared for. There were mornings I didn't have time to fold laundry, clear the floor, or even find matching socks, but if I smoothed out the bed, the whole room felt less defeated. I'm not talking about perfect hospital corners. Just a quick tug on the blanket, fluff the pillow a bit, make sure nothing's hanging halfway to the floor. Most days, I don't even go around to both sides. I just reach across and pretend I'm on a timed game show. And weirdly, it works. It makes the bedroom look done enough to trick my brain into feeling calm, even when there's a pile of clothes on the chair giving me side-eye. It's like putting on lipstick when you're still in pajamas. You're not fooling anyone, but you feel better anyway. Up next is something even less effort, but makes the floor feel clean without lifting a vacuum. I used to think mornings were for powering through, get all the cleaning done before the day really starts. But that just left me exhausted by 9 a.m. and annoyed at everyone who dared mess things up again by noon. Now I space it out. Kitchen and floors in the morning, bathroom later in the evening. Dusting. Only when I see it and can't unsee it. Some days I clean the bathroom with the shower still running. Some days I don't, and that's fine too. The point is, not everything needs to be done at once. Giving myself permission to spread it out made mornings quieter and evenings less chaotic. It also stopped me from starting the day in a bad mood, which, let's be honest, helps the whole house. Next, I'll share a habit that works best when you're already standing around waiting, no extra time or energy needed. Waiting used to frustrate me. Waiting for water to boil, for the kids to put on shoes, for someone to answer a text. Now it's when I get tiny things done. If I'm waiting in the kitchen, I wipe down the toaster. If I'm waiting by the door, I straighten the shoes. One hand, one cloth, less than a minute. It's not about multitasking. It's about using moments that would otherwise drain me and turning them into tiny wins. I don't make a list for these. I just look around and pick one thing that's easy to finish, not start finish. That part matters, and the best part. These little resets add up. By the time the day actually begins, I've already gotten more done than I planned. Next, let's talk about the one chore that I used to hate the most, and the small habit that finally made it feel manageable. I used to think vacuuming meant dragging the big machine room to room, clearing every inch of floor like I was prepping for a magazine shoot. Then I had kids and realized survival level clean is just fine. Now I just hit the spots that actually bother me. Crumbs under the table, hair in the hallway, that one corner that always collects dust like it's running a side business. I use a small handheld vacuum, or even the broom if I'm really short on time. The goal isn't spotless, it's progress. It's getting to 70% and letting the rest go. And if I'm feeling extra smart, I'll let the robot vacuum do the rest while I'm out running errands. It's like outsourcing, except it doesn't talk back or forget what you asked. Next up is one habit I never thought I'd enjoy, but now it makes my evenings feel 10 times calmer. Laundry used to be my weekend villain. I'd let it pile up until it needed its own zip code, then spend hours sorting, washing, folding, regretting my life choices. Now I just do one small load in the morning. Towels, pillowcases, whatever's light and easy to dry. I throw it in after breakfast and hang it up before lunch. It doesn't feel like a chore, it feels like maintenance. Like brushing your teeth, quick, boring, necessary. And weirdly, doing a tiny load daily means I almost never run out of clean socks or stand in front of a laundry mountain, wondering where my weekend went. Up next, a trick for keeping the bathroom clean without ever saying the words deep clean. The bathroom used to be a whole event. I'd let it go too long, then spend a sweaty Saturday scrubbing like I was on a cleaning show I didn't sign up for. Now I clean it without ever calling it cleaning. No gloves, no bucket, no checklist. Just little things when I'm already in there. If I see toothpaste in the sink, I rinse it. If the counter feels sticky, I grab a tissue or towel and swipe it. After a shower, I run my hand along the wall to squeegee off extra water. It's not perfect, but it's a start. I keep a small cloth near the mirror. Not hidden away, right there where I'll use it. Every few days, I wipe away the spots before I even leave the room. It takes maybe a minute, but it prevents buildup and resentment. I don't dread the bathroom anymore. It's just another space that gets a little attention, a little maintenance, and zero drama. And most importantly, I stopped waiting until it's bad enough to clean. Now it rarely gets there. Next, I'll share a habit that actually begins the night before and makes the whole next morning feel calmer, no extra effort required. There's a certain kind of tired that hits at the end of the day, the kind where even putting a cup in the sink feels like too much. I used to leave everything: the table messy, the counters sticky, the kitchen light off, but the stress still humming in my chest. And then every morning felt rushed before it even began. I'd walk into the kitchen and feel like I was already behind. Now I do a 5-minute evening reset. Not a deep clean, just a quiet sweep of the surfaces. I wipe the table, rinse the sink, put the dish towel in the laundry, and leave a clean one hanging. I don't aim for spotless. I aim for not waking up annoyed. Some nights I skip it. Life happens. But when I do it even just a little, the next morning feels like someone prepared it for me. And sometimes that's all we really want to feel, like someone thought of us in advance, even if that someone is our own tired self the night before. Last, I want to share the one shift that changed how I think about clean altogether, and it has nothing to do with scrubbing. There was a time when I believed clean meant polished, perfect, showroom worthy. Every surface cleared, every cushion fluffed, every corner vacuumed. I chased that version of clean, and honestly, it exhausted me. Because in real life, the laundry is never fully done. The counters don't stay empty, and the floor. It collects life no matter how often you sweep. Now my definition of clean has changed. It's not about spotless, it's about spacious. Can I move through my home without tripping? Can I find what I need without digging? Can I sit down without feeling guilty? If the answer is yes, that's clean enough for me. It took a long time to let go of the idea that my home had to meet someone else's standard. But once I did, everything got lighter. Not just the house, but me too. Because sometimes the biggest decluttering shift isn't in what we throw out, it's in what we stop trying to prove. That's how I keep my home feeling manageable, not spotless, not perfect, just quietly under control. 12 small habits. Most of them take less than 5 minutes. I don't always do them all, and I definitely don't do them perfectly. But when I stay consistent with even a few, the whole energy of the day shifts. I no longer start my mornings in chaos. I don't walk into the kitchen already overwhelmed. I don't feel like I'm constantly behind before the day even begins. And honestly, that's the biggest win. Not the clean floor or the empty sink, but the feeling that my space is working with me, not against me. So, if your mornings have been feeling noisy, scattered, or just heavy, try picking one habit from today's video. Just one. Let it anchor you. Because real calm isn't about having less mess. It's about knowing you can handle it gently, one habit at a time.